Hi, and welcome to Chicago Law Luxury Makeup. I'm Liz, and today we're going to be talking about Chanel's new Holiday 2020 collection. So I'm going to do a full face of Chanel, and we're going to be talking about the new products that I picked up. So first, we're going to start with the Chanel Water Fresh Tint. I use this as my primer underneath my Chanel foundation. I do have a sample of Chanel's primer. This is the Blanc de Chanel. I've used it. I'm not that big of a fan, so that is why I like the Water Fresh tint. This is a water-based foundation, and it's very, very lightweight. You're not going to get much coverage from this at all. So that's why I use it as a primer, and I layer it underneath my foundation, and I think it looks really, really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze out about a pump and a half, and this is in shade medium. And you'll see here that it's really, really liquidy. I'm going to take the little kabuki brush that comes with it. I'm going to swirl it around a little bit to get it started and then finish swirling it on my face. And you'll notice that it is cold, or look, not cold, but when it gets on your skin, it's very cool. And that's because of the water. It is water-based. It's very, very lightweight. And I like at least a medium coverage. So it was just a little bit too lightweight for me. Now, some people do put the foundation directly onto the brush and then go into their skin, which I don't like as much, but you can do. Okay, so I have that pretty much all over my face, and you can see how it gives a nice glow. So I'm going to let that sit down for just a second. And while that is setting down, I'm going to go in and prime my eyes with the Ombre Premier Cream Shadow in Scintillance. I'm going to take the little brush that comes with it, put a little bit on, and then sweep it all over my eye. You really don't need a lot. I just like to have something down on my eyelid before I go in with eyeshadow. All right. So that is done. Now we're going to go in with foundation. And I am going to use the original formula of the Chanel Healthy Glow, or the Chanel Le Beige Healthy Glow Foundation. This is in shade in 30. And I'm almost to the bottom of the jar. So I've taken the pump out, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. And then I am going to go in with my Chanel foundation brush and apply to the face. I really, really like this formula. It's a little bit thicker and more coverage than the new one. And I just think it goes on, especially my skin, so pretty. Okay, so I think that is enough. Like I said in my last video, I really do try and blend out my foundation as much as possible. So that is done. It is concealer. So I'm going to go in just a little bit underneath my eyes with the Chanel Corrector, and this is shade 30 Beige. And next, the Hourglass concealer brush to buff it out. All right, and now we'll go in with this kind of like stick highlighter. And I'm just gonna take it where I would my highlighter and place it there. Now I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush and buff it in. I don't have a powder bronzer from Chanel, so I'm using this first, and then I'll go in with my cream bronzer after I powder my face. So that just, it's a very, very light color. Here, I'll swatch it on my hand. Like it's, I mean, it's not bright or dark rather at all. It's very, very subtle. And it almost gives also like a highlight glow to my cheek, which I like. So now we're gonna go in with powder. I'm gonna use my Chanel powder brush, and I'm gonna use the the natural finish loose powder, and this is in shade 30 translucent. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of powder and go in underneath my eyes and down around my mouth and my chin area. Next, we're going to go in with the cream bronzer, and this is the Beiges Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream. And I'm going to take my Bobbi Brown Full Coverage Face and Touch-Up Brush. I'm just going to take the full face portion of it, swirl it around, and then tap it into my cheeks. And this is a product from Chanel that I love. I just wish they had a greater shade range, because on my skin tone, it's just, you can barely see it. It's such a light bronze. All right, now we're gonna get into the first of the holiday products, and that is the blush. This is the Illuminating Blush Powder, and this is my favorite of the products that was released this year. And if you look, you can kind of still see the chain embossing. I've used this blush quite a bit, so it's almost gone, but it is beautiful. So I'm going to use my Chanel blush brush and just kind of go in, tap it in. It's a beautiful color. All right, next I'm going to go in with a highlighter, and this is the highlighting powder in Rosy Gold. And I'm going to go in with a Sonia G Sculpt 3 brush, and I'm just going to swirl the brush around and then lightly put it on my cheekbone there. All right, little brush there. Once I finish with my eyes, I will buff out the rest of my face, but for right now, I'm just going to let that sit. And we will move to eyes. So the holiday collection this year included 4 single shadows. The first one is 926 or Blanc. And then we've got 927 Curve Rose. I probably butchered that, but it's like a rose color. And then we've got 925 or Antique, which is a gold color. And then last but not least, if I can find it, is the brown color. And here is the brown. Now this one in particular looks super boring. Well, in my opinion, it looks boring in the pan, but on the eyes, it's really, really pretty. So to start, I'm actually going to go in with this gold color, the Or Antique. And I'm going to use just a Tom Ford eyeshadow brush, and this is brush number 11. And I'm going to take that gold and place it on the lower part of my lid, going in from the inner corner. Next, I'm going to go into the crease, and I'm going to use a Sonia G mini booster, and we're going to take that brown color. Sorry, I'm losing my mind today. All right, so now we're going to take this brown color into the crease. It is just gorgeous. I'm going to take it and darken up the outer corner just a little bit. I want to swatch this for you because, like I said, in the pan, it just looks boring, but it is really, really pretty. And it blends so well. All right, next we're going to take this pink color, the kind of rose color, and I'm going to use a Sonia G soft shader. And I'm just going to go to that inner corner and then blend up. Next, we are going to go in with Blanc, and I'm going to use a Sonia G Worker Pro. And I'm going to buff that in underneath my eyebrows. Now I'm going to go in to that brown shade again with the Sonia G Crease 1 and just kind of darken it up. And then I'm going to take a brush that I already used and just kind of blend. All right, next I'm going to line the eyes. And I'm going to use the Chanel, what is this? Long Lasting eyeliner, and it's in black. And I'm just going to line my upper lid. Now I'm going to go back in with this gold color, and I'm going to use the rougher number 2, and I'm just going to put this gold right there in the middle just to kind of highlight the eye. And then I'm going to go in underneath my lashes with a Sonia G Pencil 1 and use that brown shade again. Okay, now I'm going to go in with mascara. And I'm going to use the Chanel Le Volume. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I've used it, I've repurchased this several times, and I will repurchase it again. I will actually probably get it as a Christmas gift. It's usually in my stocking, which would be perfect timing because this is almost gone and I'm going to need more. All right, so before we do lips, I'm going to take a Sonia G buffer brush and buff out my face. So this is the smooth buffer, and I'm just going to kind of just buff everything in. I'm not using any additional product. I'm just blending everything, making sure there's no harsh lines. All right, next we're gonna go in with my lips. And Chanel released 4 new holiday lipsticks. I purchased one of them. So I purchased shade 107 or beige. And this is the packaging. It's very beautiful. You just push it and it pops up. But before I do that, I'm gonna line my lips with the Chanel lip liner, and this is in Nude Brun. Now, I am not a lipstick person. I'm trying to wear more lipsticks and expand my horizons, but so far I haven't found that lipstick that I just love. And this is definitely not it. I'm not really a fan of this lipstick. I think it looks beautiful on other people. I don't think it looks beautiful on me. So this is the lipstick, and there's, if you look closely, I'm not sure if you can see in the camera, there's little gold flecks, and I think it's absolutely gorgeous. It doesn't look good on me. It's very drying on me. It's very matte, and I just don't like that. I prefer more of a lip gloss. So I am going to go over it with a Chanel lip gloss, and this is shade number 119. I don't know if it has a name. I don't think that it does. It just says 119. So I'm going to put this on. So that's what it looks like before any gloss. And then I'm going to top it with gloss because that's just what I prefer. So that is the finished look. Now for my final thoughts. I love the blush. If I had to pick one product of the new Chanel holiday collection, it would be the blush. Hands down, all day. I love a illuminating bronzer. I love highlights or a highlighter. I love the illuminating blush. That is speaking my love language. I love it. I think the shade is gorgeous. It's dark, which I like. It's just beautiful. This is beautiful to me. The eyeshadows are beautiful. The eyeshadows work wonderful. They blend well. I just don't think there's anything special about the eyeshadows. It's not anything that you couldn't get in another palette. So I don't think, so if you had to get one item, I wouldn't get the eyeshadows. I just don't think there's anything that special about them. That's not to say that they aren't beautiful. They are, and I do like them. I just don't think that there's anything that special about them over a different eyeshadow. And the lipsticks, I only tried the one, but I just don't like, I think it's too dry for my lips. I think the color's pretty, but I just don't like the formula. And so I have to end up topping it with an eyeshadow. I'm sorry. I have to top it with a lip gloss, so it kind of defeats the purpose. But The blush is beautiful. Hands down, that is, to me, the winner of that collection. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I was able to share some useful information with you. And if you enjoyed the content, enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel if this is the type of video that you enjoy seeing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.